Good morning, Atlanteans, and welcome back to another gym style reformer workout. For today, we're going to be hitting our back and biceps. So we'll be utilizing just the reformer. You won't need any other equipment today. Let me get y'all adjusted a little bit here. So yeah, all you'll need is your reformer and either water, or if you do have your coffee, I've got another one of my funny coffee mugs. My Oh, for fuck's sake. But grab that and then let's get started. Also, if you are new here and this is one of your very first videos with me, be sure to hit the subscribe button so you never miss another live workout. All right, so we're going to start this class with a warm up. Then we're going to go into the main part of our workout there. After that, we'll hit that hypertrophy part where we're going to really focus on hitting our muscle hard, trying to stress it so that we get some muscle building. And then we're going to finish off with our burnout. But for our start, our warm up, we're going to go to one red and then come to seated on your reformer. Now, remember, anytime I give spring suggestions, that's exactly what they are. You can go down in spring or you can add spring at your own risk, your choice. But we're going to start on one red. I want you to cross your straps over and then bring the loops of your straps up over your forearms so they come all the way down to the elbow. Then we're going to lift our elbows up to about chest height. From here, we're doing what I call an open book. So we're going to open the arms out wide and slowly reach forward. What this is doing is we're working into the backs of our shoulders, just warming up that shoulder joint before we put it under stress with heavier weight in this workout. Think nice tall spine, squeeze those shoulder blades together as you open the arms out wide. Here comes the sun peeking out from behind the building behind me here in sunny San Diego. One more. And reach forward. All right, so from here, we're going to uncross our straps. Take your straps into your proper hands. Again, we're still on one red spring. We're coming into our traditional bicep curl that we do in Pilates. So think nice, tall spine. We don't want to round into our low back here. If you need to, you could always lean back instead if sitting straight up is a little difficult. But elbows up at about chest height and curling those straps in. Last two. And one. Excellent. Reach forward. Give the shoulders a quick little roll. Head a little wiggle side to side. Last one of our warm up is we're going to come into our chest expansion. So palms face back with the straps still on one red. Nice big exhale as we press back. And think not only are we pressing our arms back, but you're pressing the head of your shoulder back. We want to create as much space across our collarbones as we can here for this warm up. Last two. And one. Excellent. Quick little reach forward again. Roll those shoulders. One more time. We're going to go through all three of those exercises. So cross the straps over. Again, forearms up over those big loops up over those forearms. I haven't had quite enough coffee yet this morning. Elbows up to chest height when you're ready. Coming back into that open book. Open those arms out nice and wide. And think exhale, brace into the abs as we open. So we're creating a stable chest and torso, putting all that power and movement into our shoulders and arms. Two more. Last one. Excellent. Reach forward. All right. So again, uncross your straps. We're coming back into our bicep curls, but let's change our grip. Instead of our traditional palm up grip, we're going to go with a neutral grip. So palms face each other with our straps, coming into what's called a hammer curl. So we're curling the thumbs in towards our shoulders this time. Elbows still up at about chest height here. You're looking good. One more. And reach forward. All right, last one here. Again, we're going back into our chest expansion. So both straps, palms face backward. Nice tall spine. Exhale as we press behind us. And again, think the arm and the top of the shoulder, everything is pulling back when we press back. So we're creating as much expansion across our chest as possible. Good. Two more. Last one. And reach forward. All right, so let's put those straps down. Give those shoulders a little roll. That's the end of our warm up. If you're feeling your biceps, go ahead and drop a fire emoji in the chat. We're going to take a quick little break of about 30 seconds as we get set up for our standard or main portion of our workout. Again, we'll probably start this first exercise. We're coming into a lat pull variation on one red. Grab you a sip of coffee or water. And then what we'll do is we're going to start standing on one side of your reformer. And you're going to grab your strap with both hands. I want you to step back enough that you have to hinge forward at your hips with your arms extended out in front of you. We're keeping the arms straight. On our exhale, we're going to pull our hands down towards our knees and then release them back up towards the top of the reformer. So this is kind of recreating a lat pull down using the straps, a straight arm pull down that we would use with a cable machine in the gym. Here we're just utilizing the reformer, which is laying horizontal versus vertical. So we have to bend over a little bit more here. And as we pull back, pulling those arms back, engaging through the lats, squeezing along the ribs. One more here. And reach forward. All right, so from here, we're going to make your way onto the reformer. You could go to kneeling or seated. We're coming into what's called a Bayesian curl now. So this is essentially just a bicep curl where the bicep starts in a stretch position. So I want you to choke up on your straps. We're going to take the arms kind of out to our side at about 45 degrees. Thumbs should be pointing forward. Keep the elbows back behind the torso. From here, we're going to curl those straps in towards our shoulders and then slow release. And again, this first round, we're doing 3 rounds. This is probably going to feel a little light, but don't worry. You can either go ahead and add on a yellow or a blue, or I'll be adding on in the next 2 rounds if you want to follow me. Again, keep those elbows back behind us. And again, this position of the elbow in relation to the shoulder has our bicep already stretched, which is why you'll feel a little bit more of a burn here, especially when we start adding some spring. Nice, slow and controlled. Get that big squeeze of forearms against the biceps as we curl forward for 2. and 1. Excellent. Again, let's put those straps down. We'll step off for a second, shake out the knees. That was round 1. We're going into round 2 again. Quick little break of about 30 seconds. I'm going to go up and spring. If you'd like to follow along, I'm going to add on a blue spring with my red for both of these. I've gone up a full half spring. All right. When you're ready, let's grab our strap. Again, we're going to start in this hinged position here. Arms reaching forward, already a little bit of a tension on that strap. Big exhale as we curl back, or as we pull back. Inhale as you reach forward. Last one. And reach forward. All right. So again, I'm going to stay on that same spring. We're coming back onto the reformer, into that Bayesian curl. Let's come to either seated or kneeling. Again, choke up on your straps so that we start with our arms behind our torso. When you're ready, we're going to curl those straps in and reach forward. Again, think arms are kind of out at 45 degrees away from the body. And as we bend at the elbow, the thumbs come up towards the shoulders. This is 10 reps. The last 5, I'm going to do single arm. So 5 each side if you want to go to the single arm version. Just putting our arms under that little bit more tension. One more each side. And all the way down. All right, so next round, I'm going to go up to a red, yellow, and blue. Again, we have about 30 seconds here on the clock for a little break. Grab some water, shake those shoulders out before we'll go on into that hypertrophy portion of our workout. All right, so final round here. We're going to grab that strap. Again, remember, we want to start hinge at our hips, tension on that strap as we reach forward with the arms. When you're ready, nice, slow, and controlled. Pull that strap back towards you and then slow release. And you may not get quite as much pull because if you're like me, my reformer is moving just a touch here. One more. And reach forward. All right. So again, quickly come to your seated or kneeling position. Still on that red, blue, and yellow. Coming into our Bayesian curl one more time. Let's reach back. Grab both straps. Choke up on them. Remember, elbows back behind the body. When you're ready, curl those straps in and reach forward. Last one there. All right. So from here, we're going to put our straps down. And we are going to start on 3 red springs. Again, quick little shakeout. We're going to come into more of the hypertrophy portion of the class. So the true muscle building portion. I want you to be utilizing spring that is going to be difficult, where the last few reps may be a little hard for you to finish. We're going to start with 12 reps. We're coming into a seated lat row. I love this move because it is probably the most stable way to work our lats on the reformer while loading up spring, which again creates a perfect environment to grow muscle, because that's what you need. Is you need stability, not instability, when we're working on building muscle. So again, I'd recommend, I'm gonna do 3 reds and a blue. Legs nice and long through the shoulder blocks. Again, hips at the very bottom edge. Reach forward, grab your straps, cross them over. Nice tall spine. When you're ready, we're going to pull back, palm up to the waist, nice, slow, and controlled. Palm down as we reach forward. That's the other thing here, is we're going to slow down these reps a little bit. Think about full 2 or 3 seconds to pull the elbows back, 2 or 3 seconds to release all the way forward. One more here. And reach forward. All right. We're going to go down in spring just a touch. Our next one is we're going to come into more of our delt or upper back row. So we're going to go palm down with our straps crossed. So when you're ready, palm down. Again, nice tall spine here. Big exhale, pulling thumbs to shoulders as the elbows go out nice and wide. And then reach forward. One more. And reach forward. All right. So from here, let's drop down to just 2 red springs. And we're going to go into a preacher curl next. So I want you to bend your knees, feet flat on your carriage. We want to bend our knees enough that our elbows can rest comfortably on our knees. From here, palm up. We're coming into that preacher curl again. Elbows are stabilized this time by our knee versus having to hold them up as we come into this preacher curl. Big squeeze, forearm all the way back against that bicep. Last one there, and reach forward. All right. Put those straps down. Again, about 30 seconds on the clock for a break. But we're going to go ahead and set up our spring for our next round. So I'm going to go back to my 3 reds and a blue, but we're going to go down to 10 reps. I'm going to go ahead and move 2 of my reds to my back row of pegs. So if you have that availability, go to that as well. If you don't, maybe you go to all springs on for your reformer, and then we'll get set here in a second. One last little quick sip of coffee. Now, remember, before you go into this, if you are enjoying these gym style workouts, I have a playlist that has all of them so far That'll be in the description. So be sure to check that out anytime you're wanting to work out. So far, I think we've got essentially 1 full week, maybe 2 weeks worth of full body on there. So hitting each body part or each area. So it's turning into quite a good little playlist. If you enjoy it, comment and let me know that you want more of these gym style workouts. All right, so back to seated, straps crossed, coming into our lat pull again. When you're ready, slow and steady, drive those elbows back. 10 reps this time. One more. And reach forward. All right. And again, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my blue spring off. So I still have my 2 reds on the back row. I've got 1 on the front row, but I've just taken my blue off. You could stay there, or again, just whatever is going to let you do 10 reps, but you want those last few reps to be hard. Palm down, thumbs towards your shoulders, elbows nice and wide here. One more. And reach forward. All right, so from here, I'm going to uncross my straps. I'm going to take off my red that was on the front row of pegs. So I've got my 2 reds on again, but they're both on the back row this time as we come back into our preacher curls. So same setup, bend the knees in so you can rest your elbows on your knees. Palms up. When you're ready, nice, slow and controlled. Squeeze those forearms all the way in against your biceps. Three more. Last one. And reach forward. All right. So again, a little shake out of those arms. We'll go for about another 30-second break. This round, I'm going to take all my reds to the back row. Blue is back on the front row for this final round of these 3 exercises. So one more round, we're going to go down in reps again to 8 reps. So again, we're kind of hitting that reverse pyramid where we're going down in reps, but up in our spring or up in our tension. It's a great way to keep building. If you want to add on to this, you can keep going past 3 sets, or great ways to do a true pyramid, either reverse or traditional, where you go all the way up or all the way down and then go back up or back down. So in this case, after this set, you go back to 10 reps, slightly lighter spring, then back to 12 reps, even lighter spring there. One more time. Again, let's turn around, face the straps, cross them over, left and right, right and left. Nice tall spine, heaviest spring we've moved yet. When you're ready, slow as we drive those elbows back. Last one. And reach forward. All right, so from here, let's go down and spring again. I'm going to leave all my reds on that back row. So I've just taken my blue off, palm down this time, thumbs to shoulders. 3 reds on the back row. And again, remember, this is just a suggestion. You use whatever is going to work for you, but be difficult at 8 reps. Last 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Reach forward. All right, so let's uncross our straps for a second. And I'm actually going to stay on the spring rather than going down anymore. So I'm going to stay on 3 reds on the back row for my preacher curls here. Again, when you're ready, we're going to bend those knees in. Elbows rest on the knees, and you should have a little tension on those straps. As you can see, I've got a little tension already, even though my arms are fully extended forward. Slow and steady, curl those straps in and reach forward. Last one, and reach forward. Those arms should feel good and pumped. Giving some good old Herculean arms with that bicep pump. All right, so from here, we're going to move from our hypertrophy portion into our burnout portion as we come down from this portion of our workout. So let's go one red again, a quick break. My tongue is getting wrapped around my eye tooth. Can't see to talk straight, which just means I need some more coffee. And then we're going to finish off. So for our burnout, we have 2 exercises. We're going to do a face pull, again, working into the backs of our shoulders and that kind of upper portion of our back. And then we're going to come into partial bicep curls. So let's come back to seated. And really quickly, if you are, again, enjoying these workouts and you want to learn more about how to utilize your reformer to build muscle and build strength, I do offer personalized coaching. You can find a link in the pinned comment for it. I have an intake form. You get a free consultation with me to make sure that I can help you achieve your goals before you even book your first session. And then for your first session, you get a discount to make sure that you like training with me. And then we go from there. So just throwing that out there. If anyone would like some personal sessions, maybe you need to learn a little bit more about how to utilize the reformer other than just for Pilates. But time for our burnout. We're going to cross our straps over, and I want to loop the strap over the back of our hands now. And we're going to create a diamond out in front of us. So again, your diamond will look like that. Index fingers and thumbs together with those straps crossed over the backs of the hands. And then what we're doing is we're going to pull our hands back and frame your head with your hands. Elbows are pulling out wide. The entire shoulder and arm is trying to pull back behind our ears, and slow as we release forward. This is really good for working into that mid and lower trap, the backs of our shoulders, our rhomboids, all those muscles that can be weakened by the sitting that we do, driving, all the things that unfortunately modern day life does that affects our posture. I like having these either as a warm-up. This makes a great warm-up exercise, or if you already have a good warm-up exercise, add these at the end to really feel that burn. One more. And reach forward. Good. Roll the shoulders, little wiggle the head side to side. All right, so from here, we're going to uncross our straps. We're coming into the partial bicep curls. So what we're going to do is we'll take our straps in our proper hands, palms up. We're going to curl. Our first 7 reps are just coming halfway. So we'll go from full extension of the arm to 90 degrees, 7 reps there. Then from there, we'll go from 90 degrees to our shoulder for 7 reps. Then we'll finish off with full range of motion, 7 reps. So 21 reps total in this set. When you're ready, first 7 just to 90, and then reach forward, elbows up. Last one. Stop at 90. Now from 90, squeeze to the shoulder. Then think of using your abs as brakes to help you stop the arm back at 90 degrees. I know this probably feels a little weird, but I promise it's working. You'll feel it once we go into that full range of motion here in another 2 and 1. Full range of motion. Reach all the way forward. Now pull all the way back. And you should feel your biceps are already taxed and tired. Last one. And reach forward. Good. Put the straps down for a quick second. Roll the shoulders. We're going to go for about, again, a 45-second break this time. If you need, grab your sip of water. Then we're going to go through all of that again. So again, we'll do our face pull, and then we're going to do our partials, but this time with a neutral grip, coming back into that hammer curl that we did at the beginning of the workout. So one more time, and then we'll be done. I hope y'all are enjoying this workout on this lovely Saturday morning. So again, 1 red spring. If you need to go down a little bit, you can, or if you want to add spring, add it at your own risk. Create that diamond out in front of you. Straps are looped over the backs of the hands. Slow and steady as we pull the entire arm and shoulders back behind us, and then reach forward. And just be mindful here as we pull back that we don't thrust our head forward. We want to almost feel like we're pulling our head back as well. But spine stays nice and tall here. Two more. And last one, reach forward, give those shoulders a little roll. And I can feel all of that area is getting burnt out. It is ready for this workout to be over. Last exercise here again, coming into a hammer curl variation of our partials. So we're going to grab your straps. You can choke up as much as you'd like, but think thumbs face the ceiling here as our arms are extended. First 7 reps are just to 90 degrees. Last 3, 2, and stopping at 90 on this one. Now from 90 to your shoulder, and stop at 90 for 7, 6. Try to keep the elbows forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way forward, all the way back for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Reach forward, put those straps down, give those shoulders a little roll. And that is it for your gym style back and bicep workout today. Remember, if you did enjoy this video, be sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed to the channel so you never miss another workout, and like this video so it can go to others, and hopefully you'll be reminded about it to do it again later. Speaking of that, you can always find the replays of these on the Gym Style Reformer playlist that's linked in the description. And if you'd like some personalized coaching, again, that will be in the first pinned comment. But excellent work today, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Remember, every workout is a step towards your goals. So keep pushing, stay motivated, and as always, train like a legend. Bye for now, guys.